Hey everyone, Brad here at SeaWorld San Diego. Usually I start the video walking to the park, but I've been gone up in Rhode Island for, 6 weeks. So I'm very excited to be back here because a lot of new things. Atlantis, I could finally go on that. Last time I came was the day before they actually reopened. So I kind of messed that up. So I'll hopefully be able to get to go on that. The Submarine Quest thing on the website said it was closed still, but coming in here for attraction closures, they said there was nothing. I'll see if that will actually be open. And then, of course, the biggest one is the SeaWorld Seven Seas Food and Wine thing, which is like Disney's equivalent to the Food and Wine Festival. So definitely looking forward to getting some of that stuff. Try it out and tell you how it is. So let's go ahead and get into the park. It's a very busy day. They actually have people out in the parking lot, like directing traffic. So it's kind of funny. So let's get to it. So it's actually a very windy day. You probably have trouble hearing me. You can see Atlantis is running with people on it, so that's exciting. Electric Eel from here looks the same, so I'm kind of worried if it, that really was all the track that there is to the ride. In the entrance, you can see it's a very busy day, probably the busiest I've ever seen. They got the Seven Seas Food and Wine Festival information set up. A bunch of decorations for it as well. So they have a Daring Flavors Challenge thing where each kiosk has 4 options, and they have like something kind of crazy at each one, and the challenge is basically you get that unique one from each place. So that sounds kind of neat if you want to try new stuff. So again, this is from March 17th through April 15th, selective dates. And here's your options for what you can do for samplers. They got a 5, a 10, and a 15. So you start saving if you get the bigger ones. I'll probably go with a 10 option today, but you can come back later. And then they got a wine sampler also for 20. Alright, so just got in here. Also got a lanyard, so it's pretty neat. I got the 10 option. You get a lanyard, and it has a punch card on the bottom of it for all the options. You also get a passport, which basically tells you where everything's at and what they offer. It's got like a little checklist in it. It's pretty neat. Another thing they're doing that's new as well is they have pin trading. So if you're a fan of the Disney stuff, they've got it here now. They had a sign out front showing it. There's actually a cart right behind me, so let's go take a look at what they have. Here's a sign explaining the different types of pins. Again, very similar to Disney. And here's some of the ones they've got. So pretty cool. I like how a lot of these look. So you got series ones over here. These ones look pretty neat. And then just some basic ones. Apparently they have limited ones for pass holders and whatnot, so I'll keep an eye out for those. So here's 3 of the kiosk options. You got bacon flavors, hand-rolled sushi, and pretzel flavors. I want to try this one. The bacon cheesecake. Got some entertainment out here. Let's go see what's over at South American Flavors. So here's what they have. I'm gonna get the shrimp, see what that's like. Alright, so I said no to the bacon cheesecake because the line was so long. It's a very busy day. But I'm starting off with shrimp chimichurri. So you get like 2 little shrimp. It's not a lot of food, but these are all meant to be sample sizes. And then the Angus beef tacos. So if you buy these things individually, they're $5.50, which is a lot. So that's why if you bundle it all, it's a little bit better. So I'll dig into these and let you know how they are. I already ate the shrimp. They were actually very good, mostly because of the seasoning on top. I wish there was more than 2, like it was an actual dish here. But these are all just special items because of the event. The taco, also very good. I still have one left. But it's neat because, usually it gets shredded. Or not shredded, but like ground beef or shredded tacos, but this is like a whole slice piece. It has really good flavor. So overall, happy with everything I've ordered. So those were Latin American flavors we just had. They break it up by different countries all around the park for what you can get. So far so good. Very small portions, but I think that's kind of a nice thing because it lets you eat more. You get to try it all out. So the hunt continues for the next item. Some Asian street food here. We got frog legs, popcorn chicken, rice balls. I'm hearing music though, so let's check out what's going on. Looks like we just missed it. Taiwanese popcorn chicken with like a spicy dipping sauce. Very small portion again. Here's my hand compared to it. It's really small pieces of chicken. But let's see how they taste. Popcorn chicken was really dry. I think it's supposed to be that way. That was the way they fried it too. The sauce was really good though. And so was the chicken. They used dark meat, so it made it taste a little strange. Not in a bad way, just not what you're used to. So don't get them expecting regular popcorn chicken because it's not. But it is good. This came from over there, Asian street, but you can see they got a whole, like a wine bar over here. Polynesian theater, that's where that music was coming from. Another bar. So they've really changed this whole area up. There's Island Flavors. I think I'm gonna check that one out next. Two at the same time. So you can see I'm actually halfway done with my card. We got the Kahlua Pig Slider, which looks really good, and it's probably the biggest thing I've seen so far. It's probably the best for your value. And then the Dynamite Shrimp, which has a citrus coconut sauce. So both look very good. I'll try them out and let you know what I think. Alright, the shrimp was almost too coconutty. I love shrimp, I love coconut shrimp. But it just, like, there's too much toasted coconut. It might sound weird, but that's how I felt about that. It was still good, but not worth it, I'd say. Slider, however, the meat was so good. The meat, like what they marinated it in, was fantastic because they actually have like a setup. They're smoking the stuff out there. The bread was a little stale, which was weird because it was a King's Hawaiian roll, but the meat was so good it made up for it. I mean, I'd get it again. I'll probably end up getting it again at some point if there's nothing else I like. You out here on Mission Bay, you could actually see, well, I don't know, one of those long canoes. It is such a nice day out here. Freshwater aquarium. Might as well take a look. It's like he's trying to ride that turtle. Yeah. These are weird because they're like, you can see through them when you push this button. You see completely through them. This guy's pretty big. Just to put it in perspective, there's my finger. Wow. See a bunch of little Venus flies down there. These are all apparently plants that are very dangerous. See, they have signs on the doors for the pin trading. And they're kind of advertising it outside as well. Let's see what they've got. This would be cool if you were a kid. These little containers are shaped like the Submarine Quest ride, and you get to fill it with shells and sea animals. So you can see here's this side. Shamu's Candy Company. I was unaware that Shamu was the creator of Reese's and Hershey Kisses. Guy does a lot. This is strange. I just walked down this path right behind Dolphin Days. Maybe it's because I haven't been here, but it looks like you can see the sign here. It's called Shark Encounter. I think this is new. So let's see what it's all about, because I've never noticed this here. Wow. It's kind of surprising here. Very neat. Look at the big one down there.
We always want to make sure to keep any human made object on the possessed pathway so that it will accidentally fall into the pool. That is for the purpose of taking your personal objects.
This is pretty neat, this whole building. Because they simulate being outside. More information about sharks. Don't see anything other than little fish at the moment. This is really like a dramatic build-up for something. There. That's not something you want to see in the ocean. It's directly above. That's always neat to find something new, whether it's actually new or not. But that shark encounter, I mean, I guess the building's been there. Maybe it wasn't open or what. And again, total accident. It just happened to. I thought I was going on the path and walked in it, but here it is right here, the entrance. So, it seems to always happen. I always run into something new. Now let's see if we can get on either Atlantis or find some more food for this food and wine. Item number 6, they have a choice of, this is over in the Jamaican themed area. You got jerk chicken and they got a spare rib. And then you could get a side of a pepper. So I went with the jalapeno. I mean, look at that thing, it's massive. They had 2 others, it was like a heat scale. Jalapeno was medium on that scale. So I can't recall what the other ones were, but I'll try it, let y'all know. Electric eel looks the same, essentially, from last time I was here, which again was 6 weeks ago. I really thought there'd be more track up in the air. So, I mean, it says it's a triple launch coaster. Hopefully it doesn't do like the same loop like 3 times and that's it. So, I'll have to get the sky tower to really get a good view of the whole layout, see what we got going on, because it should be opening any day now. Well, not any day, but you know, in the summer. Here's Atlantis. Last time I was here, this was all empty. They were running the test cars the day before opening. So let's go take a look and see if we can get on. It looks pretty neat in here. Reminds me of Poseidon's Fury, if you've done that over at Islands of Adventure. Just finished with Atlantis, been waiting for a while to get on that ride, and it's about what I expected. You get like two somewhat decent drops. You don't get very wet in the back, which I'm glad about. However, if you're in the front, it looks like you get completely soaked. I mean, the guy in the front row just had a wave crash over him. So if you don't want to get wet and you want to ride it, make sure you're sitting in the back. I just wish they did more of the theming, especially at the elevator point. If you've been on it before, there's like an elevator, and it's kind of cool because it rocks as it's going up to take you to the next drop. But it looks industrial, like the inside of beams and stuff like that. They could do something cool with like special effects or lasers or whatever. Make it like Poseidon's Fury or something. But overall, it was pretty fun. In front of Wild Arctic, but they changed the sign. It says French flavors. You see they've got wine boutique. Get it by the glass. Got some more food over here. And over on this side as well. Let's take a look at some of it. So this one's pretty simple. It's a lamb chop lollipop with the balsamic glaze. I'm going to get today, this will be the 8th one. This is the candied bacon cheesecake. This one looks pretty good. I've never had candied bacon before either. You can see it's pretty nice here. They got music playing, this thing set up, the wine bar over there. Alright, just finished the candy bacon cheesecake. That was really good because not only was there candied bacon on it, it also had like a spicy chocolate and Pop Rocks, which kind of surprised me, but it made it taste all the better. It's definitely a unique flavor, very good. And I also realized I didn't talk about the lamb chop lollipop thing, or the chicken. The chicken on the stick, whatever, the jerk chicken was really good. I like the jalapeno that came with it. I mean, I ate that thing on its own. It's delicious. And then the lamb chop lollipop, probably my least favorite thing I got. It was a fatty piece of meat, but you know, it was still good, but it just was, I wouldn't get that one again. Alright, so that is going to do it from SeaWorld in San Diego. First time back in 6 weeks, and I think it was a good day. Mostly here for the food and wine stuff. I mean, I still got 2 tastings left on my card, so I'll save that for another day. shark encounter, that was new. I wasn't even expecting that. I'll look up and find out if that was something that they actually just opened or if it's been there the whole time and I just haven't seen it. Atlantis, there's right there. Again, about what I expected, but I like it, and you don't get terribly wet on it unless you're in the front row, so that's a big no-no. Maybe I'm crazy, but I don't like to go on water rides and get wet. So there's that. Food and wine, though, definitely a good time. I didn't drink anything today. I'll save that for another video. But I only ate 8 things, and they have over 55 items. So gives reason to come back. Definitely recommend it. Probably the busiest day. Actually, I know it's the busiest day I've seen. We'll come back. I'm sure it's just going to get busier from here. But as always, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.